lead ball around here?
Got some duct tape. What's going on, Lake Pro Tackle fam? Decided to bring out this old crusty, dusty camera today. Got a good buddy of mine here, Adam. Say what's up, dude.
What's up, Lake Pro Tackle fam?
We're gonna be talking about one of my favorite, really, crankbaits of all time. It has become an absolute staple in my arsenal. I know Adam's been doing some damage out there with me out on the water. It is the Megabass Z2 Super Z2 crankbait. They come in 3 different sizes, a Z1, a Z2, and a Z3, but the Z2 for me is by far probably the most versatile in terms of just how shallow you can fish it, and really it doesn't go super deep, but typically I can get mine around 10 foot. 9-10 foot of water is kind of where it's like maxing out.
But it gets down fast. If you're running shallow water, you're bank beating, you're 15-20 feet from the bank, making target casts, and you want to drop right off of that rock ledge, they get down deep. And we got somebody on the reef here.
We got squirrels up there.
Large squirrels.
Big squirrels. Yeah, I mean, that's, oh my God. Really, yeah, just like Adam said, it gets down extremely fast. So, you know, when I really dove into the realm of crankbaits, you know, we all started off throwing a Strike King 1.5,
Lucky Craft 1.5.
Yep, Lucky Craft 1.5. I threw the Bass Pro Shops 1.5 XPS brands a lot. Caught a lot of fish on it, but as we start graduating, you know, the fishing progression, I think you start moving into the deeper and deeper territory, depending on how you're fishing. Because as a bank beater, you can't throw a big plug. It's just going to keep hitting rocks all the way up. You're going to lose them.
Well, then the other thing, when you're bank beating, if you are bank beating, you're hitting a lot of the same ponds as everybody else. You don't want to throw the same thing. Those fish get educated to it. You know, this Z series of crankbait is super finesse. It gives them something different to look at, whether you're bank beating, boat beating, wherever you're at. If you're on pressured water, it's an alternative that is way finessier than a lot of the standard stuff you're going to throw.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got a much smaller bill. It's much more rounded. It is very reminiscent of, I would almost call it like a micro wigglewort bill, where it's got a still just ultra wide, really great hunting action on it, but it's in a smaller, finessier package. And that's one of the reasons I like throwing it. Is number one, it just has a great hunting action. It acts like a square bill. It doesn't have a high frequency, but it gets down and it searches very well and comes through rock extremely
deflects very well. Even if you're throwing the deeper, the 3 or the 2 in shallow water, if you're solid in the way you throw it, it deflects very well.
Yep. Typically, I'm throwing anywhere between, depending on where I'm at. If I know I'm going to get snagged a lot, I might throw it on like 14-ish, which is almost a sin. 12 is where I'm most comfortable, but I know you've thrown this on really light line.
Yeah, so right now I'm running this on a Calcutta Conquest SE with 12-pound Tatsu. I've ran it on 8 and 6-pound Sniper before on spinning setups. On the upside, again, we're talking 14-pound. I've thrown it on 14-pound Mastiff, 12-pound Mastiff. For me, I'm going to probably live in that 10-12-pound mark. But if you want to get it as deep as you can on a braid to leader spinning setup, 10, 12, maybe 15-pound braid to an 8-pound leader, something good hard. I know Sam's a big fan of Grand Max for leaders. I've run Tatsu for leaders over the years. But you can throw it finesse, you can throw it heavy. Yep. It's very versatile if you fish it the right way.
Now, one of the craziest things I think about this lure is it's only a 1/4 ounce lure, which is extremely, like, hey, that was good. I paused right then. Did you see that?
Perfect.
Can you answer it?
No.
Okay. One of the craziest things is that this is a 1/4 ounce lure, but it doesn't throw like a 1/4 ounce lure, mainly because of the LBO system in it, which is the linear bearing operator, something like that. Basically allows you to yeet this lure across the lake without any effort.
Yeah, traditionally, when you're talking a 1/4 ounce crank, you would be relegated to a fairy wand, a noodle stick, a spinning rod. I know Sam loves cranking on the 902. I have a 902 coming in. I'm going to try some cranking on that. But with this LBO system, you can throw it on a medium-heavy cranking stick. When I first really started fishing these heavy, I was fishing them on a medium-heavy St. Croix carbon cranker in the Legend Tournament Series. It throwed it pretty well, kind of borderline on the low end, and I've since moved down to a 3-power Rapid Viper. But your utility rod, if you're running a decent-sized line like a 12 or a 14, you can totally get away with throwing this on a medium-heavy utility rod if you're not a guy that likes to carry a ton of rods.
Yeah, and it really varies, too, for the length of the rod. It really doesn't matter, like you just said. I mean, the Rapid Viper is like a 6'8" or something like that. I've thrown this on a 7'4", 13 Fishing Envy.
Your B-lat rod?
Yeah, I have a favorite 6-stick B-lat rod. It's a 7.2 medium heavy. It is a great deeper cranking rod, but I've thrown it on that. But I think one of the key things is whatever hooks you put on this has to match the rod. So
Absolutely.
The stock hooks on this are size 8, like Megabass hooks, whatever stock hooks they use. They're pretty trash, not going to lie. They'll hook a fish, but you get that 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pounder on these hooks here, they're going to bend them. They're going to do whatever they want to them.
I personally had a 5-pounder on the red version of this, the lava crawl color. Local lake, picked it up, beautiful fish, had to replace the hooks immediately after because they were garbage trashed.
Yep. We went out. I already switched my hooks to the BKK Fang hooks. Those things are super badass. Now, depending on, I've done another video talking about what size you do for what, but the 10 is a great size replacement. Typically, these are going to normally slow float. With those 12s, it really stays about the same. With the 10s, it's going to almost just extremely slow float up. Now, of course, you can use your Gamakatsus, you can use your Mustads, you can use owner. It doesn't really matter.
Everything.
Yeah, this bait just stays really true to its originally intended action, which is one of the beauties of this bait. And it comes in a lot of different colors.
Yep.
They've got a couple shad. This is Cotton Wagasaki Extremely Clear. Little pink in it. You've got, I think, a GG Gill there.
This is GG Gill.
Yep,
Yes.
GG Gill, Gilco. So they're making a lot of different colors, and they make a baby bass one. They make one called Old Z, which is like chartreuse blueback, essentially.
And then the frozen Hasu color, the white,
Yep.
the blueback, little orange chin.
I wish they almost made more white color, like straight white.
Nice
Because
pale
frozen
winter
glass
time.
is like, it just looks weird. It's like a matted out white, glacier blue. And then there's the nuclear one. We don't have Z2s right now in this color, but they'll be coming really soon. See
The
if it
bass
actually
will see that
focuses
in
on
the
that.
chalky, milkiest water ever.
Super bright. And honestly, right now, in our second turnover phase, where the water's starting to get extremely cold, it's getting, we're in the 30s right now.
28 this morning.
Yeah, 28 this morning. The water is going to essentially clear up as clear as it's really going to get, where the water stabilizes really well. But right now, a lot of these lakes are still super cloudy, muddy. We had rain, so that's where these super bright colors will come into play. One of the other key aspects I like to do with this bait, of course, when it comes to the rods, like we said, there's so many different versions, but I think for me, my best combo with this one would probably be something like that Rapid Viper, assuming I've got lighter hooks on. This won't work with most of your bigger hooks, but Adam's combo that he likes is that Calcutta Shallow Edition with that Rapid Viper. 6'8", you can zing it around up under cover, really easy with roll casts. You can still cast extreme distances. Optionally, other end of the spectrum, ultra long rod, NRX Plus 902, definitely one of my just biggest go-tos. Has a great backbone, great taper. Keeps those fish pins.
If you don't want to spend a ton of coin, another great option would be that Daiwa Kage rod that you have.
Kage crank rod.
A $200 rod, and you pair that up with a Tatula 80. If you want to pick up a JDM Alphas, both of those can be had for right under $200.
Yep.
Or even a Coastal 80, still a 80 size.
This is the 150 actually. Yep. So this is what I caught an 825 and a 939 on a Bling 55. Now, you can buy this one on the website if you want. There's minor cosmetic damage on it, but all you have to do is go to the website and type in used, USED, in the search bar. It's got some good mojo. I definitely believe in real mojo and rod mojo.
It's worth it for the big bass energy.
It's worth it, 100%. So make sure to go check out Daiwa Coastal. Again, minor cosmetic damage on the top where I got really lazy, put a hook there and scraped it. But 10 out of 10 and internals and stuff like that. SV spool. So super, super badass. So make sure to go order that if you want some big bass energy. But that is the Super Z2. A little bit of a deep dive. If you have any questions, feel free. Comment down below. Make sure to follow my guy over here, Adam. His Instagram and YouTube is going to be linked somewhere, maybe in the top here, down in the description for sure. The Tackle Weeb.
Come see me. Let's talk tackle. Let's nerd out. Let's talk JDM, the good stuff.
Yeah, he's going to be bringing you a lot of really cool information on rods, reels, and we're going to be working with him to bring you a really, really thought-out rod indexing system.
The idea is that if you guys are like I am, you're scrolling around on the web, looking at tackle, you eat, sleep, breathing it, you just love it, but you have no idea when you read a rod, how is it going to feel in hand. So I want to give you guys a access point to say, okay, I own this 843 NRX, I own a 703, I own a 745, whatever in this brand, and I can expect this rod that I'm looking at online to relate to that in this way. Is it going to be a little noodlier? Is it going to be a little faster, a little slower? And hopefully break that down for you guys. So if you have to buy a rod from Lake Pro Tackle, if you're having it shipped out, you can kind of expect what it's going to be like and help you guys make an educated purchase decision beforehand. So be looking for that on the horizon.
Yep, absolutely. Also, some brand new items. We got, pick those up there. We got some Queen Tackle jigs, either the Peanut Finesse jigs in 1/4 and 3/8 ounce.
Got a lot of good colors here.
Yep, got 4 different colors. Goby, which is kind of like PB&J, green pumpkin green, black powder, which is black and blue, as well as the Rollin' Strollin' jig heads, which I'm very excited about because it is scoping season. Y'all, these guys came out at ICAST and just been super, super amazing. I've used them. I don't know if you've used
not
them.
yet.
But they are extremely good at getting you that rolling, strolling action. And I know I've got a video going up right now when we're filming this, but by the time this one goes live, y'all will probably, maybe have bought them out. Who knows? We've got some other cool stuff coming. Again, make sure to follow Adam, subscribe to the YouTube here, and we'll see you next time at Lake Pro Tackle. See you guys.